Hello everyone and welcome to today's little Pilates burner. My name's Jess and I'll be taking today's class. Before we get going, two things. One, please ensure that you have a bottle of water close by and that you ensure that you're hydrated the whole time. And number two, as per last week, I've also just got a little towel there, which is more just to support my head and my neck while I'm in my positions where I'm lying down. If you've got no neck or lower back issues, then you shouldn't need it, but it's just there in case, because we know that having our head propped up just slightly will increase and facilitate a rib-to-hip connection, and therefore be able to strengthen our core a little bit more if we're not able to prop our head up appropriately. Anyway, enough said. Let's get in. We're actually going to start today with our glutes. So make sure your towel is out of the way because we are going to, we do need to lie flat on our back here. I'd just like you to start by lying down. Draw your heels in towards your bum, and again, try and flatten your back so that we've got an imprinted spine into our mat. So that starts by engaging our core. Take your hands face down. I want you to try and draw your fingertips as close as you can towards your heels and draw your shoulder blades down. And from here, as you inhale, I'd like you to focus on really tucking that pelvis under, pulling it up and driving towards the sky or the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes. Don't let your knees cave in, and then as you're ready, one vertebrae at a time, we're just going to roll ourselves down nice and slowly, nice and controlled. Once we get to the bottom here, just going to untuck that pelvis and retuck, lifting up all the way to the ceiling, squeeze those glutes, and lowering back down. So remembering here, it's an inhale as we lift and squeeze, and an exhale to lower back down. Do really well there, guys. Really make sure we're trying to make it so that there's a nice long line between our rib cage all the way to our knees, and we're trying to elongate from the hip bone to the knee, so you should feel that nice long extension through that front line. Excellent. Rolling back down, and we'll just do one more here. Inhale, lift and squeeze. And before you go anywhere, I just want you to drive those heels into the ground. Use your hands to support if you need to, and tiny little pulses for 20. 3, 4. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure we're pushing those knees out against the second and third toe. Whew, I've lost count. Let's call that 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 10 to go. Keep going, keep squeezing. Those glutes should be switching themselves on now. They should be firing. Call that 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easy done. Rolling back down and untucking that pelvis. Just a slight roll from side to side. Letting our sled adjust. Alright. So from here, guys, I'd like you to take your left foot and pop it over your right, and we're just going to go into a single leg pelvic curl. So from here, really make sure that we're opening up through that hip so that that glute is effectively stretching, and then from here, tuck the pelvis under, lift up and squeeze. See if you can get just as high, and then rolling yourself back down. Inhale, lift and squeeze, and rolling yourself back down. We've just got a few here because this one is quite intense on that poor little glute. 2 more. And last one. Whew. Hold, 10-second hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Rolling down and untucking. And now we get to do the other side. So hook that other foot over. As you're ready, tuck that pelvis under, lift up and squeeze. and rolling back down. Try and flatten out the rib cage so that it's not flaring at the top, so you're not opening up through the ribs. Still get that core engaged as you lift. We've got 5 here. Nicely done. And our last one. Hold. 10. Squeeze. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift higher. 2 and 1. Rolling back down. Whew, nicely done. Hug those knees into the chest. Take a slide side. Little bubble. Alright, nicely done, guys. From here, I'd like you to come over now onto your 4-point kneeling position. Oh, so many flies today. So from here, untuck those toes. We want a nice flat tabletop position of the back so we're not sagging here. You should be able to, I like to think of placing a glass of wine right in the middle of my back because that's probably quite valuable and you don't want to lose it. Well, it is for me. So from here, we're just going to go into a single leg extension. So taking that leg out, point your toe down, keep your eye gaze just to the front of the mat and drawing it back in. So taking it out, extend and squeeze and drawing it back in. Really, really, really important here. We don't lift and extend the leg, so we don't want to just be kicking it up. It should be nice and slow. So you should be able to count to 5 as you extend, hold, and bring it back in and count to 5. And ensuring here that we've got a nice long line from the shoulder, hip, and foot, rather than a kind of peculiar lifted line. I can't think of what that kind of line is called right now. Doing really well, guys. Keep going. Got 3 more. 2 and 1. Nicely done. Holding it out now. From here, I'd like you to touch one side of your mat, lifting it back up, and touch the other side. What you might start to feel here is that left glute is switching on. And probably got that dull ache in it. And that's absolutely normal. That's what we're looking for, because that glute is actually our stabilizing glute, and that's where most of the work to keep us in this position is coming from. Lots of other muscles engage, but obviously that left glute med is working overtime to keep you up here. You've got 4, 3, 2, holding it up, and tiny little circles. Keep that eye gaze towards the front of your mat. Hold on. Make sure our core is on tight here. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse the circle. Go back the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, take it back just into a quick child's pose before we do the other side. Whew. And relax. Have a drink of water here if you need to. Ugh. Good time to do that. Alright, crew. It's only a quick class. We've got to get straight back in. Alright, so take your left leg out this time. So as you're ready, holding on, keep your eye gaze to the top of the mat. From here, exhale, take that leg out, squeeze the glute, and inhale to draw back in. Continuing on. Doing really well here, guys. Keep that eye gaze down towards your mat. Oh, so many flies today. Make sure we're controlling and squeezing that glute every time. Remembering that we're really looking for that mind and muscle connection in order to strengthen the muscles. And remembering that the muscles that we use in Pilates are just absolutely crucial muscles for good posture. And if we can strengthen these muscles, generally we'll just feel better with movement. Got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. From here, as we did before, bring it over to one side of your mat and then taking it back to the other side. Just a little crisscross. Really well. Keeping the eye gaze forward, don't let your head dip. Perfect. You've got 4, 3, 2, and to the center. Here we are, tiny little circles. 10, 9, should feel that glute firing now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse the circle. 9. Wait, I'll start at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ugh. Alrighty, back to child's pose. Ugh. That was a fun little glute burner to get us going. And we're now going to head into some back movements before we, just in child's pose right now. Have a drink if you need to. Back movements before we finish off with the core. Oh, alright, so that one. So coming down to the mat, guys, lying face down. I apologise if you can't hear me through some of this. It's just because I'm going to be essentially talking to my own mat so that I don't hurt my own neck. So face down. If you want to continue to work your glutes, if they didn't get enough there, what you're going to do is press your pelvis into the mat and lift your feet off the ground. You can hug those heels together and turn the toes out, and that's going to continue to work the glutes in a nice isometric fashion. So from here, bringing our head down to the mat, let your forehead touch the mat, and we're just going to lift our hands up and down, squeezing our shoulder blades together. So from here, lift and squeeze, and inhale to relax. Lift and squeeze, and inhale. So the breathing is the opposite. Inhale to lift, and exhale to release. All right, 5 more. And last one for the next one. We're continuing our breaststroke prep. We're actually going to lift our head and come into a little thoracic extension here as well. So from here, lift, keep your eye gaze to your mat, and then lower back down. Make sure your core is tight and you're pushing your hips down into the mat to ensure that we're not loading our lumbar spine, and that extension's coming from the mid-back, from the thoracic. Continue to think about where your shoulder blades are as well, drawing them down as if you're trying to pull them into your back pockets if you have any. Two more. Last one. Alright, and the last one for our breaststroke is our actual breaststroke. So from here, what we're going to do is lift up, take the arms out, draw them out and around, and then lower back down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going there, guys, doing really well. Two more. Last one. Alrighty, and the last one that we've got here for our back is to just take your hands here down by your side with your palms face up towards the ceiling. Your head will still be on your mat here. All I'd like you to do is just lift the arms up and then lower them back down. Yep. I've got an ant biting my foot. Oh, these flies are particularly annoying for me today. Alright, you got 10 more. Alright, last one, keep those arms up and just, what's this called? I don't know, let's call it pattering the hands. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, alrighty, good job guys. Let's switch it over now. And like I said, like I promised, finishing off with the core. So if you've got any neck or back issues, just ensure that you are have a little towel rolled up underneath your head. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Have a little drink if you need to. Okily dokily. Let's do this, crew. So, my towel's a little bit flimsy. Okay. Alrighty, let's start with our single leg stretch. So we did this one last week. Hug one knee to the chest and take the opposite leg out nice and long. And then as you're ready, we just switch. If you're able, drawing your head and shoulders up, take the eye gaze to the knee. Really try and lift and hug nice and tight. Alright, you've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This next one is scissors, so I'd like you to keep that position or alternatively keep the leg down. Nice stretch of the hamstring, and then as you're ready, switch. Nicely done guys, doing really well. Keep that head and shoulders lifted, keep your eye gaze towards your knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, nicely done. Alrighty. Okay, so for this next one guys, keep your head and shoulders up, lifting those legs up again, and from here what I'd like you to do is just take one leg down to the side of your mat, lift it back up, take the other leg down, lifting it back up. Oh, this one's spicy. I'm sorry about my different voices. Alright, if you'd like to, lower your head and shoulders down, but keep lowering those legs. If this is getting a bit much, lower them a little bit less. And if it's still too much, take your knees into a tabletop position and lower them from there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, guys. So from here, we're just going into just a basic ab curl, and we're just going to layer this one to finish off today's Pilates work. So feet down. Make sure they're nice and flat. We've got a nice imprinted spine, so we tuck the pelvis under, and our back is nice and flat on our mat. From here, as we did last week, you're just going to inhale, lift, and exhale to lower back down. You should be able to feel that palpation that's occurring inside the hip bones. You should be able to see your abdominals flattening out, so you don't want to bulge on the top. If you've had too many Easter eggs like I have, it'll still happen. But I'm sure that you understand what I'm talking about. So what we're trying to do here is just literally lift our rib cage towards, or draw the rib cage down towards the hips. You've got 4, 3, 2. Again, making sure that we've got that piece of fruit size, piece of fruit being a orange, apple, pear, maybe a mango even. Mango is probably a bit too big, but between the chin and the chest. Nicely done. Draw those feet into tabletop position, squeeze the knees together, and we are continuing. You can use your hand to support your head if you like. However, we really need to be sure that we're not pulling our head forward to meet our eye gaze towards our knee. 4, 3, 2. And last one, keep those head and shoulders up, and we take the legs out. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty guys, nicely done, nailed it. Hopefully you're still with me. My aim is to draw the knees in towards the chest, and we'll rock ourselves side to side. Let the lower back release. Alright, and we'll just head into a really quick stretch sequence just to stretch out our hamstrings and our glutes and our abdominals. So coming up just to your downward dog position. From here, I'd like you to shift your body weight forward, bring it down, eye gaze goes up. Taking it back, let's just do that 2 more times. Shift it forward, eye gaze up. And last one. Alright, walk those hands forward. Step your left or your right leg forward. And lower yourself down for your pigeon stretch. Should stretch through the glutes here. And back to the other side. Go back to center and then over to the other side. And that foot coming back through center. Alright, groovy guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's session. All questions and feedback are absolutely welcome. Please just comment on our Facebook page. Otherwise, I hope to see you all next week.